Raina, do you want to do, oh, I'm sorry, Gina. Hi, Gina. Can you do roll call for us? Thank you.
Mr. Juarez, representing State Treasurer. Ms. Higa. Ms. Yamamoto. Here. Ms. Dillon. Here. Ms. Sumant, representing the Superintendent of Public Instruction. Ms. Wong Hernandez, representing the Director of Finance. Chairperson Hendricks, you have a quorum present.
Great, thanks, Gina. All right, item 1 is approval of our committee agenda. Okay.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Great, thank you. All right, number 2 is approval of our minutes from our last Benefits and Services meeting in February 9th. I would entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Great, thank you. All right, we've got Sandy and Andrew to do our member education products and services. How effective are they, Sandy? Tell us.
Sandy's going to talk to you about that exact item.
Good morning, everyone. So Retirement Readiness evaluates the educational services we provide to our CalSTRS members on an ongoing basis. We are mindful of our members' needs and the resources at looking at data and our member demographics to best determine our service offerings. We continue to explore and pilot more innovative ways to reach our membership. We have seen many successes through our marketing efforts and stakeholder partnerships most recently. One of our efforts is onboarding our new members. So the board has given us initiatives to do that, as well as retirement readiness with our business plan. And so we've really made a concerted effort to get out to new hire orientations, making contact with our stakeholders. And one of the things that we have developed new this year is a new member video, and I'd like to share that with you now.
Okay.
So CalSTRS is a retirement company, a retirement place. Yeah?
As far as I know, they manage a teacher's retirement. Which part? I don't know. Just getting hired, I'm kind of getting used to that and getting into that.
I think that they help me with my retirement plan.
Welcome to the California State Teachers Retirement System, better known as CalSTRS. Don't worry if you're not sure what CalSTRS is or what we do. That's why we created this short video. Hi, I'm Jenna, an educator from Central California. When I first started teaching, I wasn't sure what CalSTRS was either. Put simply, we're your retirement plan. We provide retirement benefits to California's public school educators and their beneficiaries. As a new teacher, I know you're busy helping to build your students' futures, but it's just as important to focus on your future, even this early in your career. Your income in retirement is a shared responsibility between CalSTRS and you. As a CalSTRS member, you belong to a hybrid retirement system consisting of 3 benefit programs. First, there's the Defined Benefit Program, which provides your primary retirement benefit or pension. This is a guaranteed lifetime monthly benefit based on a formula, not on the ups and downs of the investment markets or the amount of money you contribute. The formula is simple. It's based on your years of service, your age at retirement, and your final compensation. Each month, you and your employer contribute a percentage of your pay toward your retirement benefits. Your paycheck statement shows exactly how much you're contributing. The second piece of the CalSTRS hybrid system is the Defined Benefit Supplement Program. This is a separate account that provides additional income for your retirement. The funds in this account come from your contributions and your employer's contributions on your earnings in excess of 1 year of service credit. For example, you may take on an outgrowth or extra pay assignment in addition to your regular full-time work schedule, such as a coach or yearbook advisor. The contributions in this account earn interest at a guaranteed rate, and you receive all the funds in this account at retirement. You're automatically enrolled in both of these first 2 programs as a CalSTRS member. The third part of your CalSTRS retirement plan is CalSTRS Pension 2. Pension 2 is a voluntary, defined contribution plan that lets you set aside additional money in a 403b or 457b investment plan. The reason we offer this third option is that the median CalSTRS retirement benefit will only replace about half of your salary. Pension 2 can help you close any gap between your CalSTRS benefit and your retirement income goal. You contribute to these accounts through payroll deductions that you set up through your employer. You decide how much you want to contribute each month. CalSTRS also provides disability and survivor benefits, but we do not provide health benefits. Also, as a CalSTRS member, you don't contribute to Social Security, so you will not receive Social Security benefits for your CalSTRS covered employment. If you haven't already, activate your My CalSTRS account, the online secure portal for all your accounts. Be sure to review your annual retirement progress report each September. It provides a summary of your service credit and your contributions and interest. Also visit calstrs.com regularly, where you'll find publications and videos that dig deeper into the topics we've outlined here. Take it from me, even as a young teacher, you want to stay informed and engaged with CalSTRS. Your future self will thank you.
To my district.
Yes.
Wow, that's good.
So we've actually used this a few times at some new hire events that we've already gone to, and it was very well received by the group. So what we're going to be, what we're going to be doing with this is we are creating new web pages on our .com site. So in collaboration with Communications, which we work with a lot, we do a lot of partnering with them. We're in the process of putting together a new educator webpage where we will house this video. And then along with that, we're going to have several links that are going to guide our new members to resources that are appropriate for them. And then we want to get the link out to the school districts for them to use during their onboarding pieces. So we'll be getting communication pieces out to them. And then we'll see, hopefully we get a good uptick on this, but we will also be showing this video at the new member education things that we're doing and on the onboarding events that we go to.
Can we put these on YouTube too?
They are posted on YouTube.
Because I just figure it's searchable. Nowadays, I just Google stuff and, if I want to learn about CalSTRS, I just Google it, and if we had it on YouTube. So you guys are already one step ahead, as usual. Thanks.
So then from this, we're going to focus first on this new educator page, but then we're going to branch out and look at developing a mid-career page and a near retirement page. So in alignment with the member kits and the publications that we do for those groups. And again, putting the information out that's most relevant to them in their career stage. And we are also exploring right now, we're doing some storyboarding on some gamification opportunities. So creating some gamification pieces that would, as I see it, potentially start with this new educator journey down your retirement. They would have the opportunities to do some activities, to maybe earn badges, share those badges out on social media that said, I just got my CalSTRS badge for, opening my CalSTRS account. Teacher friends do this too. And so we're looking at all of those to get those up and running. And then after we complete these, we are going to do a retired page for our retired members. So I know that that's not a population that we from a service perspective focus on a lot, but we are looking at doing that retired page, developing workshops for retired individuals and rolling that out as well. So according to the most recent CalSTRS Retirement Experience Survey report, the most helpful resource to our membership is our benefit specialist. And that's also in alignment with the surveys that we do in retirement readiness. So after people receive services from us, we do send out a member experience survey, and we consistently score with the highly satisfied groups in the 90 to 95% range that the members are highly satisfied with those services. And that's for our individual benefit planning sessions, our group planning sessions, as well as workshops that those go out on. So I just want to share with you a few of the comments that kind of shows the trend that we get on those surveys. And so in speaking about our benefit specialists, that they're so wonderful and they appreciate all the personal attention. That individual worked tirelessly and was sensitive to our needs. They walked in late on a Friday and they were very worried, but they helped ease their mind. And they are so wonderful, and I appreciate all of this personal attention. You hear a trend here? She was amazing and patiently walked me through everything I missed and helped me with all of my concerns. And then they were so informative and helped me with every question and willing to assist, a great customer service and care for people. So our mission, continues to be providing education and resources to our membership. And we have a group of very dedicated benefit specialists out there in the field that do this every day. We've most recently expanded our appointment availability to later in the day. We've conduct our group sessions later in the day, like at 4 o'clock, so that we can get members in after work and serve the majority of them in that environment. We also have opened up our member service centers on Saturdays. So many of them are doing one Saturday a month where they're having group sessions and or workshops in the member center. Pardon?
Well,
critical.
Yeah.
I think we hear a lot from members, like, I work, most teachers work from, 6:30, depending on how early they get there, 6:37 to 3:30 if they have IEPs afterwards, they're not done till 5, so it's hard sometimes to get in there. So I think having Saturday appointments was great.
Thanks. And this year, we're going to sponsor our 3rd annual Financial Awareness Week. So this year, we are going to do it over a number of different days because over the last couple years, our attendance has grown so much that we want to make sure we have enough resources there. So we will be conducting financial awareness days during the week of July 23rd at all of our member centers, but I just got confirmation earlier this week that we're going to do the week prior. We will have one in Humboldt and also one in Fresno. So those days consist of workshops. So we do a series of 4 core workshops, as well as having Pension 2 individuals there. Our Voya financial advisors will be at every member center as well to meet with members. And then depending upon the member center, they might be able to do some additional workshops or group sessions such as Riverside and San Diego because they have the additional room, the workshop room. So we market this, we send out email blasts, we partner with Voya, they also help us market this. We also post on social media. So I just want to share with you this one social media. This is one that we have used before, but we've updated it. So if you guys want to show this post, please. Sorry.
Sorry. Did you guys talk about this in the CAC meeting? The financial, okay.
EAC, yes.
EAC?
I didn't go
What are we
to
calling?
CAC.
Oh, okay. Client advisory, right? Okay. So I was just thinking that this would be great, even though it's the summertime and, but for all of our, stakeholder groups to know about it so we, that they can promote it too. Cause I just, I'm excited to hear that, I remember you telling me last year it was like, standing room only. So I like that it's clearly attracting people. So as much as we can get the word out, that'd be great.
How will I spend my future? How about a dream vacation in Europe to see the sights? Oh yeah. After we get our youngest out of college, I'm thankful for my health, CalSTRS retirement benefits, and my wonderful family. This is how I'll spend my future.
Take the next step for your future. Join CalSTRS in July for our annual financial awareness event at select CalSTRS offices. Attend a workshop, meet a financial advisor, and ask questions. For details and to sign up, visit pension2.com.
So in trying to then attract the younger audience, we actually just this year developed the next one that you're going to see that will go out advertising this event.
Take the next step for your future. Join CalSTRS in July for our annual financial awareness event at select CalSTRS offices. Attend a workshop, meet a financial advisor, and ask questions. For details and to sign up, visit pension2.com.
So these will all go out on social media. We have 3 others that we do that are kind of fun along the lines of the first one that you saw. So that also helps promote the event, and then we have registration, so we'll send out direct links and emails. We will market to each member service center and area specifically. So what we do is we pull the demographics around that member center and send out email blasts for them to come. And so we'll do that with each one. And so we're excited to see how this goes this year. And then what we've done, because we've had so much demand for this week, is we also plan for future workshops. So when these fill up, that over the course of the next week and stuff before people go back to school, we offer additional workshops kind of for an overflow. So we're also working with communications. We've really moved forward with a whole rebranding effort on our member-facing materials to really align with the CalSTRS overall materials. So like with these, this is our financial awareness series. These are the flyers that go out on those, but the color palette aligns with the colors for the member kits. So like I said, like with the web pages, we're aligning with those member kits, like the newly early career individuals, they have that green color. So those palettes will go in alignment, so things will kind of sync together. We also, along with our workshops, we are developing and have developed, these have a workshop book that goes along with each series that's interactive. And then we also redesigned all of our core workshops. So we now have the My Retirement Systems that goes with that early career. And again, you see that green color with the branding of that center flyer. And then we have the My Retirement Benefits and My Retirement Decisions. We have also launched a Pension 2 specific workshop that is now being done in the member service centers. So with the adding of the defined contribution specialists to each of the MSCs, we have been doing a Pension 2 specific workshop each month, and then actually being able to enroll members. So it has the component of talking about your defined benefit, talking about your gap, and then what do you do with that, and then conversations around our Pension 2 program. We also, several years ago, we launched what's called the My Next Steps, really trying to look at the services that we provide, because traditionally in the past, our benefit appointments were you sat down, you got a booklet of information, and then the benefit specialist basically told you everything you needed to know. So we didn't get a lot of retention. Members would come back a lot, very frequently, over and over again. I mean, they might have just come in 2 months before and they're calling again for another individual session. So taking adult learning principles, we developed what's called the My Next Steps. And so we have just worked to rebrand this. It was just a 2-sided page of paper that individuals took their notes on. And so this has now become a booklet that also has more information in it for them to refer back to. So it is a publication, but it then is a note-taking guide. So as we guide the members through this session, they take notes. And you can see there that there is my action items in each step. And so really hoping, and we have seen success in this as we have used the My Next Steps, just that 2-sided paper, where people actually take action and they follow through because they made a note of it. And then when they go back to refer to it, it's not, what did they tell me? What was I supposed to do with that? It's actually written down, and they've kind of taken a step to do that. So we've seen success with this type of a tool. And I think now, I mean, it looks very nice. We have the order in. It is going to be a folder, so all their estimates and stuff will sit in the pocket with this new My Next Steps guide. We've been piloting this for several months now and gotten a lot of feedback, and we've made adjustments in it per the benefit specialists in using it. So it is in print, and we hope to have the printed actual folders within the next week. And so we'll be using those. And then we're updating all of our group sessions, because we do screenshots of these to try to get that, so that they go to the correct pages. So we will be rolling these out in the group sessions as well. And then the Central Valley, so we've talked some about this. We are in the process of hiring state employees to replace the contracted staff, which will be in Fresno. And so we're making progress in that. That's another reason we're able to do the Financial Awareness Day in the Central Valley this year. So we're excited to be moving forward with that as well. And then our business plan. So we launched our business plan last July. We are continue to set our benchmarks. We're doing our dashboard reviews. We'll do our third one this month with all the managers. So we're continuing to develop that process and what that looks like. Then those are shared with all of our staff in retirement readiness. And I think you'll see that we are making a lot of progress. So this is the number of members that last fiscal year that we saw. So whether that was in one-on-one group or individual sessions or telephone sessions, also our member center front counter contacts, our workshops, the outreach events, our other interactions, so walk-ins, individuals who walk in and have a more robust education piece with our benefit specialists, and or like estimate onlys when members call in. All they want is an updated estimate on their account. And then we also started mailing out what we're calling missed appointment. So prior, the estimates that were done and someone missed the appointment, they would just get shredded. And so the benefit specialist did all that work. We started mailing those out to the members. And we have, with our estimate onlys, there's a brochure that goes in there. It's like a pamphlet, and it explains all of the estimate and what's on there so that they have an understanding of what they're looking at when they read that.
I'll just jump in and say too, giving full credit to Sandy and her team, the numbers that you see are a significant increase over previous years. Specifically in the outreach area, retirement readiness staff have done a lot of good work in driving more business to CalSTRS.
We've talked about how important that is, right? To be proactive and to kind of get out to where our members are at instead of. I liked the first video, and people were like, "What's CalSTRS?" I think they do something that's right. I hear that all the time, and I think just being proactive is so great that we're moving in that direction.
So, and already this year, because again, one of the initiatives is those 44 and unders, we've had interactions with over 3,500 members in that age group. So I think we're making some strides there as well. And we're looking at our numbers so far for the first 3 quarters of this year. We're over 43,000 members that we have had interactions with.
So what do you consider the year? When does the year start?
The fiscal year, July 1 through June 30th. Yeah. And then one of the things too that we do, is the incentives. So last year we responded on a short turnaround time to little over 30 districts and offered resources for the retirement incentives. And so oftentimes we hear about the incentives is when the members are calling our scheduling line saying, I need an appointment now because I need to decide within the next 2 weeks what I'm going to do. And so we're, working to deploy resources on a very short turnaround time because our schedules are booked out, up to 6 weeks in advance. And so then pulling resources from different areas to get out to try to make sure that we're out there providing the education to those members. We have had some success with partnerships with some of the incentive companies that offer incentives where they're giving us a heads up and then we're partnering with them at their education events when they're out there. So we've had some success there as well.
Sometimes we've inserted ourselves in those partnerships. We had a huge incentive in our district last year, and I think it was really important to have CalSTRS there.
And I think, we did several sessions out there for you all as well. And then we've continue to look at leveraging technology. And so I think one of the successes that we had this year was we partnered with Community College District in the Modesto area, and we offered a workshop. So what we did was an in-person workshop where we had a little over 30 people in that room and then 2 remote locations. And so within those remote locations, they had another between 6 and 10 people who were actually able to view that workshop live as our benefit specialist presented to that group as a whole. They were able to ask questions. He was able to see, who was in those other, if they raised their hand and had questions. So it was very interactive, and they were able to participate in something with their peer group as well. So we continue to look at these.
Bravo.
Thank you. Yeah. We continue to look at these opportunities as we move forward, and really partnering with the districts to offer this type of engagement with our membership. And then our 403B Compare website. So we have developed what we call a badge, which is that little 403B Compare. We sent out an e-bulletin through our employer branch, as well as through our SO, and over 1,000 emails to district contacts, asking them to add this badge to their intranet site, so that their employees, if they go on to look at this, they can click direct on that badge, and it will take them right into the 403B Compare website.
Can you say that again, Sandy? So you've communicated with?
So we sent out, on the Secure Employer website, we sent out this e-bulletin, and then we also sent an email blast to over 1,000 district contacts throughout the state.
So people who hear that, we can follow up with districts to
Yes.
say, did you get this badge? And you can put the, okay.
Yes,
Just
and
wanted
that's going to be, we are not going to be able to see that because we're asking them to put that on their internal site. So, I mean, we're kind of at the mercy of the districts to go ahead and do that for us. The same thing like with the onboarding piece. We can communicate, we want to partner with them, we want to get this information out, but we need them to work with us as well to put these things up. So, with that, we know that the earlier we reach our educators so that they understand their retirement needs and better prepare them for their retirement is very important. And I think that retirement readiness as a division, we continue to make a concerted effort to do this, to ensure that we are securing their financial future. And we are trying to engage them early. We're trying to engage them in the middle of their careers and in their late careers. And also we are looking to engage them after retirement. And this is our continued goal for us to remain agile in our service delivery model, leveraging our successes, but also looking at lessons learned and building to enhance our member education and outreach efforts in the future. So
You've been busy,
questions?
Sandy. We've got a couple of folks, so I've got a Joy.
This is great. You guys are doing such neat work. It's really, really neat. I particularly like how you've got the sort of the themes around the 3 phases of a teacher's career. So I have a couple of questions. I also thought the booklet that you've designed that has the space where people can take notes, it seemed like a really great idea. And I wondered if you'd thought about trying to build a version of that in an app, because I think that there are some people who would love the idea of having that same information and just click the buttons or enter the information. I know that if I get that kind of booklet, I will put it in a pile and it'll get lost in my office. But if you have it on your app, if there are action items, you could even try to build it where it reminds that person to don't forget to do X. So it's something to think about.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great idea.
And then on the technology that you're using to allow people to be at remote locations and watch, a webinar or a seminar that's happening, are you also able to record those and then make the recordings available later to people?
And we have done that. So yes, and we can.
Great. Okay. Good. Thank you.
I think that idea is great, just because I feel like I know you just rehash a lot of the same questions, and being able to have access maybe to some of that, especially for some of our remote locations, would be really, because sometimes everyone, 10 teachers have the same question, or, so.
And being able to watch it on your own time can also be really helpful.
Yeah, and rewind and, yeah, good. Thanks, Joy, that's good input. Dana?
So I have a bunch. So I'll start with the remote stuff. That is so fabulous. You have remote communities. I'm thinking Happy Camp up in Quincy. That's going to be the only way they actually get to even interact with a counselor. So I think that's fabulous. And I know that's something that we've been talking about for a long time. I know we're doing that for workshops and seminars and things like that. Have we started to consider if we are going to be able to do that, say with counseling sessions?
So where that comes, where we have a little bit of an angst around that is the security.
Yeah.
Especially when we're talking about their specific retirement benefits. And dollars and numbers as that conversation, because we don't know where they're accessing the internet. And so we still continue to explore opportunities in that, but we do have a little bit of angst around the security piece of
About
that.
that, I didn't know if you made any headway on that. Okay. Going to the point, and I know that I get a hold of Andrew gets a hold of whoever he needs to. With our employers offering these incentives, I think quite often some of the issues with our members calling us in a panic is because sometimes the districts don't offer those until late. So anything that you can do to incentivize those employers to offer those incentives earlier would be huge. I think it would really help us.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Go.
And it kind of along the lines, I mean, as you mentioned a couple times, getting employers to put a link. So I'm thinking when we're talking about like the new member orientation day that we're having at our service centers and the other materials we were talking about, encouraging employers to put a link on their home pages, either for their districts or actually having the district encourage each school site to put links on their home pages, I think would be huge. And if we can send through our communication conduits, if we can send flyer masters and ask those, and our reporting agencies might be able to help with that, because I know our county office, at least in Siskiyou, has inter-district kind of mail with all our schools that are in the district. If we can get some materials or masters to them and ask them to get that out, I think would be huge too. Let me see if I've covered everything. I think the new hire one is new membership stuff is really important to do that. I want to say kudos to communications and you all for getting our members in our communications material. I think that's really important. And I think that's it. So
Are those all
Fabulous.
Are those all California teachers that are in the videos?
yeah, our videos were some of the print material still is using stock photography, but the more that we can get real people,
We've got good-looking
I think it's
teachers in
really,
California.
really cool.
We live forever. I mean, come on.
and I get that it's costly to send a photographer out and do some of that. And I think we probably rely heavily on the teachers that are around the Sacramento area. But anything that we can do to put real people in our, well, not like stock photography for fake people, but our members in our materials would be really, really good. Alrighty, thanks.
Steve.
Yeah, I just want to publicly acknowledge Sandy and the work. I had a teacher who was worried about a tax problem and called our office, and I turned him over to Sandy, and Sandy and her staff were so good about just handling with sensitivity the issues involved. And so I just want to publicly, I told Sandy privately, but I want to publicly acknowledge the good work that you did. So thank you for that.
Great work, Sandy. And please extend that thanks to the whole team. I know it takes, a huge team to put on these kinds of videos and all the work that you guys are doing, so.
Amazing.
Yeah, so please thank everybody that's watching.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sandy.
Thank you.
And one.
Fabulous.
I know we're in transition for, I think, our next meeting. Are we having benefits and services in July? Yes. Oh, sorry, I'll grab Pat in just 1 second. But when we start the new year, I know that myself and probably the vice chair of benefits and services, I know we're working out committee assignments. I would love to maybe come in early and do a little more work with the team and see some of this work kind of hands-on. So we can make sure we arrange that for July. It's really exciting, and I'd love to, I don't know, kind of meet more of the team and spend more time upstairs with you guys. So, okay. All right, Ms. Geyer, Pat.
I just wanted to say thank you for your presentation. It was very knowledgeable. For retired teachers, do you ever come out to retired teacher meetings and talk about it, that would be a wonderful thing. There are a number of things that probably need updating and so forth. So I'm hoping that maybe I can talk to you about that and get some more specifics. But great presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Karen?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Pat. That's what I was going to say. Thank you. That was really, really great. I remember when I first, it's been about a year that I was part of my orientation as a new board member. I sat in on a workshop, and the pages were, like you said, 2 pages back to back. And so now seeing the improvements, I mean, how wonderful is that? And I think with Joy's suggestion about putting it on an app, I think a lot of us, you know, we're so busy, especially new teachers and even mid-career teachers. You just put it on that pile and hopefully you get to it at some point in time. And then when you have time to do it, you don't know where it is because it's in that pile. So, I mean, really, I really enjoyed the video and I felt just like those new teachers did. You know, what is CalSTRS? I don't know what it is. And so it would be nice to kind of get back to them after they've had a series of workshops or some more training to see what their responses are.
Are you suggesting like maybe doing a follow the years in a life of a teacher and their retirement?
Good. So thank you very much, and thank your staff. It was really well done.
Thank you, Karen.
Awesome. Great. Thanks. All right. Thanks, Sandy.